Back with Frankie and Bryan. Brady Tkachuk, as we've seen many times, not afraid to mix it up. Second in penalty minutes in the league. He's tied for fourth in fighting majors, and could he get into it tonight against the Red Wings again? They had a pretty rough one back in December. So this got us thinking about the toughest captains, Hayes, in the National Hockey League. And you're going to list it now. Who do you think they are?
Yes, I will take you 5 down to 1, Rod. And there's a lot of really tough guys that wear the C in the league. I have Jamie Benn at 5. 10 years ago, he'd probably be at the top of this list. No visor. That screams toughness. He will fight anybody in the league. He still plays a very physical game, but a little bit longer in the tooth. I have Jamie Benn, captain of the Stars, at 5. Braden Shen at 4. He and Ben were going back and forth. Ty goes to Saskatchewan, and he's a little bit younger. But again, tough as nails, will hit, will fight, leads with physicality. I have Braden Shen of the St. Louis Blues at 4. I have Adam Lowry at 3. He's a little bit further down the lineup, right? Not a superstar, but personifies what you're looking for in a captain based on the way he shows up every single night. Frankie, he'll throw hits, he will fight, he will lead by example physically. So I have Adam Lowry of the Winnipeg Jets at 3, and this is where it gets really, really close. I have Jacob Trouba at 2. Again, he could easily be the toughest guy in the league right now, right there with guys like Tom Wilson and a couple of others further down the list, but those guys are not captains. I have Trouba at 2, and I have Brady Tkachuk at 1. Remember, Tkachuk and Trouba went toe-to-toe at the Garden last year, one of the great fights of last season. Both these guys are really, really tough, but I have Trouba at 2. I have Brady Tkachuk at 1.
It's a great list, and it's hard to quantify what makes someone tougher. It's because they fight more, because they hit more. All these guys you don't want to get into a fight with, but the thing about all these teams, they almost have to take on the persona of their captain, and I'd rather have a captain that's a little more aggressive. The guy that's willing to get into a fight. The guy that's willing to throw a hit to get his team engaged. And all these players, with the exception of Brady Tkachuk, their teams have had success recently. At some point, the Senators are going to turn the corner, and Brady Tkachuk and his aggression and the way he plays is going to be a big reason why that eventually happens.
Okay, all this talk about tough captains. So this got us thinking about this as well. Say you just put them in a ring together, and we have a little NHL captains battle royale. Who do you think's coming out on top, and who do you think's first over the rope?
Listen, I like your list, but I think Adam Lowry's winning this. Like,
really?
Adam Lowry, he's not going to fight you once in a game. He's going to fight you twice in the game, and he's going to fight on his way to the game, and it'll probably knock a couple civilians on the way with some hits. So for me, it's Adam Lowry who would win.
Okay, you'd have Lowry at the top. I got to go with Brady Tkachuk still. I have to go with Tkachuk because, again, he comes in, he is waiting to fight. Like, he cannot wait to get in that ring and start pulverizing people. But I will tell you someone who would be tough to get over the top rope, Alex Ovechkin. Imagine trying to get Ovi. You know, they'd each have to grab a leg. You'd have Quinn Hughes. You'd have Nick Suzuki teaming up on him. You get Tavares in there. That's like one of those scenarios back in the day where you'd need 4 or 5 other guys just to get Ovi over the top rope.
The battling captains. Hey, we're just spitballing here, by the way. This is not a new event at the upcoming NHL All-Star break. Bryan Hayes, Frankie Corrado.